much the man got, but I hope it was enough. 'Cause by all intents and by all accounts, he was a bit of a curmudgeon, but that shouldn't condemn the man to die without health care. You know, I don't know if he had family. I never got to work with him. I did get to meet him, like, kind of hi, I'm Kris. Hey, hi, I'm Peter. At a comic book thing. Um, but I never got to work with the man or really get to know him, unfortunately. For a while, he was very well renowned in the comic book industry. Not so much near the end of his life, unfortunately. He couldn't. I don't think he could work. I think he lost his eyesight to whatever. I remember reading that in one of his blogs, which I completely understand. Oh yeah, I'm kind of getting lost in this game. What do you? Anybody? Anybody? What do you guys think? I'm definitely not going to do the next level, but I am going to try to do a good job on this level. We're going to erase our laser gun over here. Hmm. I wonder if they're going to do anything like we used to do in the restaurant where you do a pre-soak of the degreaser and then you clean afterwards. Because just spraying the degrease would just kind of make more of a mess. You're just spreading grease around. Because it would get caked on in the restaurant industry. Grease is everywhere. Especially if you have fryolators or like what I did. I didn't have fryolators. I just had cast iron skillets filled with not filled with olive oil, and all my fry would come out of cast iron skillets and real 100% olive oil. All my chicken parms, all my arancini, um, all my fried raviolis, my fried pasta, which we'd use as a garnish on the top of things. It had a nice crunch to it and it looked really nice. Could you just take a bunch of linguine or spaghetti and you slowly lower it into the oil and it would kind of fry into a abstract shape and it would add some height to a dish. So you put it on top of a Romanesco or a oh god, I can't remember the name of it. The one with anchovies, red pepper flake, white wine, deglaze, garlic, onions. What is that? Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the sauce. Tomato base. Start with your basic marinara, your basic red sauce. Saute your protein. Then add capers, anchovies, red pepper flake, deglaze with white wine. Sorry, I'm running the whole recipe at you, and I can't remember the name of the goddamn gosh darn sauce. Puttanesca. There we go, brain. We got it. Yeah, and then you'd put the crunchy pasta on top, and it was just a nice texture contrast with all the soft elements, the softer, spicy elements in the dish, because you could just break it up into the pasta itself. Oh yeah, still a lot of. All right, I need the big boy here. This ain't coming off. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Hmm. Alright. Oh, that orange helps. Because of the lighting, I can't tell if this, how dirty this is back here still. But we can get it with the orange. There we go. Normally, you would move the furniture and spray it somewhere else, so you wouldn't have it right on the deck while you're spraying it. Seems odd, but you know. There we go. God, they're so dirty! Oh, they really are still dirty. Is this the Umbrella Corp umbrella? Are Zambies going to jump out somewhere? Alright, we're just past 9 o'clock, coming up on 9/11. Never forget. And I'd like to say Happy Memorial Day to everybody that's in the chat. If we got new people, old people, hello everybody. Good morning and welcome. We are power washing our way to some monies here. Why? Because someone asked me to play this game, and here we are. I'm playing this game. I'm not going to be playing past this level, because this is just digital crack, and I could lose myself all day in this, and I would rather do something more with a narrative, to be honest, besides this OCD sim. Really, this would drive me nuts if we were playing this all day. I think I'd have an anxiety attack if it gets much harder later on. Because this is not what I want to do. Oh, we got the ground. All right, this is not generally what I want to do with my free time. Power wash someone else's backyard. But I understand the appeal of the game. Oh, do we have to do the top? Oh, we do have to do the top. All right, there we go. We jump up on each of the chairs, nice and easy. They set it up for you. All right. Not terrible. Let's do this one. Everything comes off nice and easy with this nozzle. We don't have to like get in there with the super nozzle. Alright. And then... Ew, that was like bird poop. There we go. Again, I don't know how this gets so dirty unless this is the post-apocalypse and we're going around cleaning stuff up post-apocalyptic. We don't really have customers. We're just in a psychopathic, delusional state. And we're just cleaning up the apocalypse. Sending ourselves messages on our PDA so we think we have clients and whatnot. But really we're just insane weirdos cleaning up the aftermath of nuclear fallout. And that's what that crackling sound is in the background. It's not water spraying everywhere. It's a Geiger counter going nuts. 3.4 Röntgen. But that's as high as it can read, right? So it's only 3.4 Röntgen. The sensors can only read up to 3.4 Röntgen. I know, so we just report 3.4 Röntgen. And we are fine. Mutations? What mutations? What are you talking about? I see no mutations. I see no men dying horribly of radiation burns. What is this you speak of? It's 3.4 Röntgen, which is perfectly safe. Here, drink this iodine. Oh, that does count as muck, huh? So I gotta switch to the bad boy. Or can we get this off with this? Yeah, we can get this off with this. Alright, that's better. There's a lot of this. How far away can we get it off? Alright, we can widen out that nozzle and get it off, which is nice. Is this poop? Is this big golden wads of poop? Did someone have too much of a mud pie and just had to leave it in my pool here? In my grotto? Yeah, it really looks like someone had too big of a mud pie and pulled off too small of a slice. Don't wipe your hands on a rock. He really just got that mud pie everywhere, huh? He must have been like slipping around trying to get out of the pool, and he just had mud pie all over his hands. How'd he get it on his hands? Because he reached down to check to see if he was having a mud pie. And guess what? He got it all over the place. Oh my god. Really? Really, guy? You have to spread your mud pie everywhere? Oh my god, it's all up in this. We're gonna get out of here. This place is covered head to toe in shit. Oh my god. What is... Pool rim cleared, alright. I disagree, but if you're gonna give me the money, I'm fine with it. This is a weird game. So, off stream, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. And to be honest, it is way better than people are giving it credit for. Ubisoft and the game designer needs to be like taken out back and beaten with a stick, because he buried the lead. He started this show not with a showstopper. He started the show with 20 hours of not putting your best foot forward. Not a tutorial really, because the tutorial like ends in seconds, but you don't get to actually like what the game is until too late in the game. Like, once you have all of those assassinations open and really you're playing Assassin's Creed again, which if you want to play as, you just want to do Japanese Assassin's Creed where you play as a ninja, just play as Nawe. You know, if you want to play big action game where you just beat everybody to death like Devil May Cry or something to that effect, or if you want to just be big guys smashing like Dark Souls with big hammer, then play as Yasuke. But if you want to play as a ninja, as an actual assassin, then you have to play as Nawe. And it's great. The combat's great, the assassinations are great, and turn the difficulty up. Way up. The game is super easy. And you outpace them. Shut off level scaling and turn on one-hit assassinations, but then turn the difficulty all the way up. All the way up. To, like, I think it's Assassin or something. Whatever the last one is. Master Assassin. Turn it all the way up to that. And then you'll have a great time with the game. It was so good once I did that. They give you a lot of accessibility settings for the difficulty, and shutting off stabbing someone right in the throat only does someone a little bit of damage, which I think was stupid. That shouldn't be the default. What are you thinking? Just trying to artificially extend gameplay by making combat more lengthy instead of difficult? Yeah, so the AIs are better once you hit that high level. The AI on the enemies in anything lower than the highest level is pure DS dog poopies. Once you turn it up all the way, then they actually like follow footprints, track you down, poke their spears into bushes while they're looking for you. Don't just walk into your traps instantly. You know, it's much better. I'm not going to say it's like Hitman level of assassinations, but I had to go through a castle absolutely silently. You know, I got the new ability where most, like, I have a silent step like Call of Duty, where I make no foot sounds with my footsteps unless I'm sprinting, um, it, which makes assassinations much easier. But doing it on the hardest difficulty, you know, I still had to be very aware of my surroundings, kind of plan out a line, but that line had to have the correct timing. Oh my god. I thought all that was clean. I was wrong. This changes everything. Alright, but yeah, but I've been having a great time with Assassin's Creed, and I think it was maligned uh, inappropriately. But they did bury the lead. You know, that game is fantastic once you get into it. I am having a blast with it. The auto run with the horse, where you just set up 3 objectives and go. He always goes. The horse always goes, or she. I don't know what my horse is right now. I just bought a new one. I bought a horse called Bright Eyes, which is a white horse with he runs faster or something. But I don't really run with him. I just turn on the auto run feature and let the horse take me to whatever destination I put in there. Even if it's 3 to 5 kilometers away, the horse just kind of says like, "Okay, I know where that is," and he goes. And I can put the controller down. I can talk to other people. Why can't I spray this? There we go. You know, I can do other things. I can interact with the people that I'm hanging out with while the game's still doing. And then I can do, once I get to my location, I can do whatever's, you know, necessary for that quest, or the handmade quest that I did, where I set up just a bunch of checkpoints, either at locations or, you know, temples to get knowledge points, or, you know, any of those. Oh my god, it's like I never cleaned any of this. This is gonna be faster. Somehow I missed all this. How did I miss these spots? Are they invisible to me? Can you guys see these before I highlight them? Because I can't. Wish there was a way to just keep this on. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But it's okay. It's starting to sound like I have a bunch of crabs running around next to me. You guys hear that? The sound of the game? A little bit of crabs with their little pinches. Clackety clack clack clack. Come on. We're gonna make this thing shine. Alright, we gotta change nozzle. That's not enough. There we go. Oh, that's a spasm. I'm gonna have a nice sip of lemonade here. Take a break. Let that dry for a second. I need that kick in the pants. Caffeine. Oh, I did not hold aloft the magic sword today. So I do not have the power. We're hoping to get there. How's the volume? I know the volume was a little... I was editing videos this morning and scheduling like all the YouTube stuff. I noticed the volume was a little low. Or my volume, my voice anyways, was a little low. How was it today? I messed with some settings. How does it sound? Anybody? Anybody? Did you guys hear that? I cleaned my bubbler. Well, it's not a bubbler. It is a dab tool or dab rig. It's so dirty. Eddie Munster doesn't know how to handle my tables. Oh my god, do I have to get rid of the algae in this thing? Is that what's going on? Sweet. Oh my god, the bottom of the steps? Are you out of your mind? Why is this such an anal retentive sim? Why is this anal retentive sim? There we go. Is this gonna... No, that's not gonna do it. It's not... Oh, no, it's coming off. Anal retention, the sim. This is... Yeah. We're gonna finish up this level and move on. We've been playing this game for an hour and a half. And I love it and hate it in the same breath. Oh my god, it's so dirty. I'm so happy this isn't timed. That would add another layer of anxiety to this game that I just don't need in my life. You didn't clean fast enough, you're fired! Aww. To be honest, this is kind of like too relaxing. I need something a little bit more stimulating right now. I need something that's gonna get me going, you know? It's provocative. Gets the people going. I need to go hang out in Paris. So where's the dirt? Clean off this swing that is definitely has some love juices on it. We're just gonna clean that up. Some gooch juice! Gooch juice! 1,000 smells of all those butts. Gooch juice! Gooch juice! Looks like this is blood stains on this couch. Gooch juice! Gooch juice! Is this like a murder scene? Is that what I'm cleaning up here? Did a bomb go off and there's like, this is just chunks of human? What is going on here? I need to know the story behind this horrific sight. Like, what does this to everything? What turns your entire yard black like that? It had to have been a bomb, right? Something, someone explode, someone spontaneously combust. From Gooch Juice, Gooch Juice. Do you think Lorne Michaels is gonna sue me for use of the Wayne's World theme? Because it's not Wayne's World, it's Gooch Juice with 90% of your daily recommended vitamins. Gooch Juice. It'll help your biome because it definitely has bacteria in it. Because it's Gooch Juice. Gooch Juice. I wore too much leather on TV and now I have Gooch Juice. Yeah, if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's one of the more popular cooking shows. One of the hosts was wearing 100% leather clothing, like in a kitchen setting, to judge other chefs under, big lights and whatnot. And she had heels on and she didn't look comfortable. But I'm hoping she like changes outfits for the next episode, because wearing 100% leather, man, that was a choice that I can't support on your first episode. I don't remember the name of the show. I'm trying to, and I feel bad for not remembering the name of the show. But it was, yeah, I felt bad for the woman. Like, I don't know if it was her or a designer or like a producer that decided that she should wear that leather outfit. But yeah, I don't think it was a good choice. She looked wonderful, kind of, because she looked uncomfortable. So I can't say she looked great. But I mean, she's a very attractive woman. Just that choice looked wrong for her. Yeah. If you're judging others, you should at least be comfortable, I guess, is what I'm saying. There you go. When you absolutely have to spray everything. I wonder if I have to get the top of this. Probably, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, this is turning out to be like the longest second level in the history of second levels. Like, we went from doing a car to doing like a Hiroshima site cleanup. Are we doing toxic cleanup? Am I wearing a suit? Is this radioactive? Like, what is going on? And where is all this